So recently we ran a survey to our entire list and we asked, what's the one single thing you want to learn about most? And surprise, surprise, what came back was Facebook ads. Now that's because there's over 16 million active users in Australia alone on Facebook and 2 billion users worldwide. So it doesn't really matter if you've got a product, service, B2B, B2C, your target audience is on Facebook. Now, having spent over $400,000 on Facebook ads, also spending so much money that Facebook personally called me and wanted to privately mentor me, which they did over a series of a couple of months, and over 8 years of experience in Facebook ads and being a Facebook certified professional planner, I know that a lot of people think it's about the ad. Whereas in actuality, it's about two things. The ad is only half of the battle. There's something else which we're going to go through in a second. So when it comes to ads, sure, you can do things like, if there's a face on the image, then it can convert up to 102.5% higher. There are actual 6 parts to a dynamic Facebook ad that I recommend doing. I don't have time to go through those now, but the second thing which people usually forget about is this. It's the audience. So if you really want to create a great restaurant, what do you think the most important thing is? A lot of people think it's the food or the location. What I'm trying to say here, it's not about any of those things. You don't necessarily need the best food. You just need a hungry crowd. And that's where Facebook wins the game. They can pinpoint so precisely your ideal clients because they've got 2 billion users and a massive algorithm. When you hear algorithm, it's just code word for a tricky computer system. And that's how they can win the game. And that's how you can get such cheap leads on Facebook compared to things like Google or LinkedIn. So here we go. There are 3 types of audiences that you can target your message to. And just to be clear, if you get the audience correct, if you get the hungry crowd correct, that is half the battle. It makes your Facebook ad, your landing page, all of that stuff much, much easier. And it's something that most people neglect. So here's the 3 types of audiences. First is the core audience. This is Facebook's 2 billion users. So it's things like what they're interested in terms of advertising, architecture, arts, music, fitness, whether or not they've done university degrees, whether or not they read books on Anthony Robbins, Benjamin J. Harvey, all those things, demographics. We already mentioned education, if they're a baby boomer, if they're single or married. So as an example, you could say, show me all the people that recently got engaged within the last month, and you could target wedding receptions to them or something like that. You could say, show me all the people that flew from Berlin to Sydney and now live here, and you could target accommodation for German backpackers as an example. You can get so precise with your targeting that's amazing. Behaviors, whether or not they're on an iPhone, traveling, we talked about already, digital activities, such as if they're spending online. So that means that you could say, show me all of the women who are interested in bodybuilding, who fall within a certain mileage, like within the 4K radius of where I currently live. Pinpoint it so precisely that half your job is actually done. It's that hungry crowd like we talked about before. Second is custom audience. So there are 4 types of custom audiences. You can upload a client list. So if you've got an existing list of mobile numbers or email addresses, you can actually upload them to Facebook and you can target to them. Now you might be thinking, why would I want to target to them? I've already got their details. Reason is that if you've seen the open rates these days, they're only getting lower, but let's say a typical open rate might be 20%. That means the other 80% of people on your list, people that you've got a pre-existing relationship with, you've already got trust with them, your emails aren't cutting through. So you should upload to Facebook, create that client list as well, and I'll show you something you can do with that client list that's pretty cool in a second. Website visitors. You can place a little thing known as a Facebook pixel. It's like a bit of tracking code on your website, and all the people that visit your site, because 99% of them won't take action on your site, you can retarget to them on Facebook. You can get all the people who like your Facebook page, and then you can create an audience of those people as well. App installs is another one. I'm not going to go through it, but if you've got an app, it means that all the people who installed, you can create an audience as well. Here's where it gets cool, a lookalike audience. So remember on that last one where you uploaded a list of clients, now you can say to Facebook, hey, I've got 200, which is about the minimum I would upload. I've got 200 of these clients. Of those 200, email addresses I just gave you or mobile numbers I just gave you, about 120 of them are using that email or mobile as their Facebook user ID or as their Facebook mobile. So show me out of those 120, 100,000 different people that look like my best clients. So now you've duplicated your best clients of 120 or 200 into potentially 100,000 potential people. That's amazing. And you let Facebook's algorithm, its tricky code, its billion-dollar algorithm go to work and attract you those clients as well. So those are the three different types of audiences, and it's really where Facebook wins the game. If you can master audiences, and I've just scratched the surface here, there are actually 12 other things I would love to tell you about, but we can't do in a 5-minute video. But if you want to see me go through not only audiences, but set up an entire ad from start to finish and link it to my highest converting ad of all time that's generated us easily a couple of $1 million, then I invite you to come down to Marketing Your Message. It's a 1-day free event coming soon in Australia. Now, if you're not in Australia and you just want some free stuff, we've got heaps of resources to help you. You can also go to www.authenticeducation.com.au/free. But if you are in Australia, then I invite you to come and join 1 day with me at Marketing Your Message, and I'll show you how to get a 500% return on your marketing, even if you're starting from scratch. And to learn more, you can go to www.authenticeducation.com.au/marketing. That's it from me. It's been a pleasure sharing this with you. And until we meet again, just remember, you don't have to get it right. You just have to get it started. Thanks for watching.